All right, welcome back. We continue live right here. Join us every night of the week. 7 nights we're here. 10:35, taking your calls about all the hot topics in sports. And the Pirates are hot right now, winning 7 of their last 10. And that brings us to Pete, who joins us in Clearfield. Hey, Pete, how are you?
Hi, guys. He said, hey, you know, a 24-20 record, he says, pretty astounding considering what the Pirates have been through.
Yes.
But given a critical shortage of depth, about all it takes, he said, was a 6-game losing streak, and I think it would be hard for him to get back into the fight. Do you need a starter, improved infield defense, and finally resolve the third base issue? But given the arbitration years that they've lost, and from all the guys that had to get called up early, the question is going to be, would they do something not to trade them and to actually try to assure that they have a reasonable shot of making the playoffs going down the stretch? But I kind of doubt, he said, all those guys they called up, it seems less likely that they were going to do so.
We'll get Gene's talk. Thanks on that, Gene.
What'd you stop him for? He was taking us right to 11 o'clock.
And you want that.
Yeah.
We're cut short by a minute and a half. So
no, good observations all around, except for the, you know, what'll happen if there's a 6-game losing streak. Well, there already was an 8-game losing streak. Imagine had they split that, they'd be 28-16. So, you know, I'm not, you know, altogether certain that, you know, this is going to end for the Pirates. They look like a team that can hang around, especially when you consider, you know, the difficult situation they've been in with starting pitching.
Yeah, and also remember last year they had a 27-19 record at one point.
True.
Or yeah, that 27-19. So when you're 27-19, you expect big things, and their season kind of collapsed after that. So it is a long season. We're just talking in the break, 162 games. That is a long time to go. Let's go out to Bill on line 2. Hello, Bill. Welcome to the Sports Call.
Hey, thank you. You guys are hard to get a hold of.
We apologize. I wish I had more lines for you, Bill.
That's okay. Let me just say I've been a Pirates fan since 1971, and I really hate to beat them up. But when I first heard about this Archer trade, I was somewhat excited about it until I heard what we gave up for him. And then 2 weeks later, when it was revealed that Shane Baz was part of the trade, I was livid. My question, I guess, is what part did Clint Hurdle have to sign off on that trade?
Well, I'm sure the whole organization, including Bob Nutting, had to sign off on the trade. But Bob Nutting knew that he was bringing in a pitcher who had 3 years still signed. He knew exactly what he was going to pay Chris Archer. And I don't think, Gene, and thank you very much for the call, Bill, if Chris Archer had put up what you'd expect, especially last year as they began after the All-Star break, then I think you could have accepted what they gave up more. Because he's not, and these guys are taking off, it hurts more for a Pirate fan.
Yeah, I mean, I thought the trade was good when they made it, and, you know, I still have patience with it. But that we said earlier in the show, I mean, Chris Archer definitely has to do something and do it fast. And he has to be consistent when he gets it done. But no, I was not livid when I heard that they had traded Shane Baz. That's what prospects are for. Sometimes you have to give up something and get something.
And if you're going to get it, you can't trade and get Chris Archer for, you know, somebody in the system. You're going to have to give up. Pete in Squirrel Hill, what's up, Pete? How are you tonight?
Gentlemen, how are you tonight?
Okay,
Very good.
Hey, Bob, quick question about something. I was listening to the fan today. Andrew Filipponi said that Brooks Koepka can't be happy with his performance yesterday. Bob, he won a major. Are you kidding me? And I know it is early about potential MVP in the National League. The 22-year-old kid in Los Angeles, Bobby, is hitting .410.
I know.
Leading the National League in outfield assists. And he's only played there half a year. What do you think about that?
No, I think he's right up there. I mean, he's been terrific, and there's no way. When you look at his average, I mean, I'm impressed with Josh Bell's average because he's hitting for power, yet he's batting .333, I think.
Yeah.
But Bellinger has been on a different level, as is Christian Yelich.
Yeah, I mean, if we did the MVP voting this week, they might be 1, 2, 3.
How would you vote it?
Just like that. Bellinger, Yelich, and Bell.
Oh, you put Bell third? Because of where the Pirates are in the standings?
Because I haven't really thought about it, Bob.
See, I give Bell, I don't think he's had a lot of support in that lineup necessarily on a consistent basis, and yet he's put up these same kind of numbers. The Dodger lineup is filled with tremendous bats. Milwaukee has guys that help Christian Yelich. I would put Josh Bell right at the top right now based on,
I agree.
I mean, that's just my take.
The opposite of what I just said.
Anyway,
Okay.
we do for a break? We'll take a break.
All right.
And come back with more right here on Pittsburgh CW.